up, nerds? Lady Public here, coming at you about a different kind of convention here in Orlando called Orlando IX, or Orlando Indie Expo. Pretty much a bunch of indie game developers come on over, talk about the development process, and showcase their indie game goodness on the expo floor. And of course, I was there to play the games. There was a lot of VR stuff there was a lot of stuff that wasn't VR, but in the midst of it all, I found a few interesting and fun gems that I want to share with you guys. So first I'm going to show you the floor, and then we'll get down to the games I thought were quite amusing.
Like last time he came to Orlando, right now. When you have your Concourse basketball, that's even better.
I really like the art though. I think the art's really cool.
They're really, really, really good.
Now I'm gonna just capture some game footage.
Yeah, good job, yeah. Oh, I want the blue one, yeah! Oh, winner! Winner!
Okay, so now I want to show you some of the games that had a lot of potential going on, starting with Dark Flame. Dark Flame is by a studio called BORISH DUGDUM. Now if you like some Castlevania, Dark Souls, old school side-scrolling goodness, this game is for you. It is rough, okay? And I imagine I played the beginning level of this game and I died. Twice. Not gonna lie, the guy next to me died a few times, so that made me feel pretty good about myself. Yeah, sure, he's a little bit farther in the level than I was, but that's besides the point. Anywho, what is known about this game is you're a knight fighting the forces of evil that has taken over his order. The game is still in development, but fear not, it has been greenlit for Steam. The goal is to have it out by the fourth quarter of 2017, and hopefully to release it on all consoles. Luminosity Games presents The Painter's Apprentice. You're an apprentice of a painter, and you venture through paintings, taking on sentient blobs. Match the brush color to the blob and let them have it. It's a very cute and simplistic game, and it caught my eye as an artist. This game is to come out on Steam and mobile devices late 2017. The Cat's Pajamas presented one of the weirdest games I have ever played. Fisticuffs. The controls were so weird, but you couldn't help but to somehow enjoy it. I mean, look at it. Look at it. It's a fighting game, but look how awkward we play. But I like it. As I was told at the booth, it's easy to learn but difficult to master. Current goal is to release the alpha version on Steam in November. Floppy and the Sleepy Planet, developed by Strokes Games. With a small development team of 3 people, I was incredibly impressed with how polished and pre-alpha phase this game was. Floppy and the Sleepy Planet is a precision platformer and is told in a children's storybook-like fashion. You're Floppy the Bunny, and the goal is to explore this mysterious planet while collecting Easter eggs. To me, this game made me feel like I wanted my child to play it, but at the same time, because of how precise this game was, it was actually a little bit more difficult than it let on. Granted, this game is extremely forgiving. Plans for this game is to release on Steam and PC. Next up, Studio CAPTIVATE presents Heavy Metal, a robot building and robot boxing virtual reality. And only being 5 months into development, I was blown away. It was my first time playing with the Vive, and the gameplay was super engaging and intuitive. Once you put on the headset, the game calibrates to the player's height, and also calculates the force of your punches. I found it interesting because the guy before me was, a heavyset man, 6 foot, and he bit the snot out of that thing in less than 30 seconds. Me, on the other hand, being about 5'2" and 90 pounds, I felt like I was in the ring forever. I was exhausted afterwards. And while you're in the ring, you're punching the robot, and it's cool because you could see the armor fall off, and eventually the arm fell off entirely. Even the legs, I totally punched his leg off. It was great. And while I may not have looked like a badass in real life, I sure felt like one in the ring. Heavy Metal is still on the earliest stage of productions, but it does plan to release on the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive. And also, congratulations Studio CAPTIVATE for your award of Virtual Reality's Best Overall Design. Okay, so now we get into my favorites of the Orlando IX. These are the games that I kept going back to because they're so much fun to play. First, we have A&B Game Studios that created a fun pick up and go party game, Concourse, which is available on Steam right now. You play against others to race to the finish line while avoiding obstacles. It's such a simplistic idea, but it's so addicting. When you're running, it feels like you're running on oil. And then of course you have to jump over or slide underneath objects while dodging other players' attacks that can slow you down. I also got to have a wonderful quick talk with one of the developers, Alvin, who goes a bit deeper into detail. Check it.
Hey guys, it's Lady Public of Pelvic Gaming. I'm here at Orlando IX with Alvin, the A of A&B Studios. So, alright, so tell us about your game Concourse.
Well, the Concourse is a multiplayer game. It's a procedurally generated game, so you can play it a million times and you'll have different tracks to race on. We have a few different game modes. We've also got bot support. We just recently added split screen support so you can play locally. And yeah, it's a bit of a party game. It's kind of a mix between Mario Kart and Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, oh my god, and I love it. Like, I played it. It's so much fun. Like, it brings the competitive monster inside you, like, just out. You know, and pretty much you just run, you jump, there's just different obstacles. And I love the fact that when you win, like the winner gets to choose like a kind of a handicap kind of thing or like a disadvantage for the other players or themselves as well. Like, can you give us some examples of that?
Yeah, we call them modifiers in our game. Some of them can be like invert everybody's controls so they have a hard time navigating the arena.
That's awful. We did that one. That was awful.
Oh, yeah. We have one that makes the floor, just make all the players slip and slide all over the place. We have one that takes away the wall, so if you add all those together, then all of a sudden you're inverted, sliding all over the place, and you can fall off the course. It makes for a very challenging experience after a while.
But it's fun though. It's challenging, but it's really fun. So what are you hoping to release this on? So Steam?
Right, currently we have it available on Steam for PC. We are working on a Mac port, and maybe next year we can get it onto the consoles as well.
I would love that. Oh my god. Yeah. See, PlayStation, because y'all know me. So and then so you say Mirror's Edge and Mario Kart was your inspiration for this. Or do you have other games for that as well, or like those are your two solids right there?
We do. Brian and I, my cousin, that's part of A&B Game Studios. We grew up playing a lot of Twitch action games like Quake 3, for example. We played games like Counter-Strike, but then we had a lot of fun with games like Trick Style, like I said, Mario Kart, Mario Party. We loved platformers. Any cooperative games, we'd sit down and play side by side. So a lot, basically 20-something years of gaming experience is what we're bringing to the game.
That's crazy. Now, how long has this been in development for?
We actually started developing the game back in May of 2015, and we just got greenlit and on Steam on June of this year, 2016.
Wow, that's a quick turnaround actually. Like this game, like I don't think you guys understand how fun this game is. Like such a quick turnaround and such quality games. Like you guys need to check this game out. So once again, A&B Game Studios. This is my man Alvin. He's the bomb. I love this game. He's awesome. Check him out.
So if you're still not sold on this game, I'll tell you what, Alvin was so kind, he's such a sweetheart. He gave me a handful, I mean a handful, of keys to give out to my subscribers to get them playing. To enter, all you have to do is subscribe to my Let's Play channel, that's one entry, and then follow me on Twitter, and that's another entry. So now a beautiful handful of you guys can play with me. Now we can make Let's Plays together, because I've been slacking. And last, but certainly not least, Trevor and Jaren Lowe of the Low Studios presents Indie Pogo. To put it simply, if you're a fan of Super Smash Bros., you'll love this. Instead of Nintendo characters, with the occasional foreign PlayStation character, you'll have characters and levels from indie developers all over bashing each other across the screen. And where Pogo comes from is the characters are always jumping. Before I ramble, I'm gonna let the developers take it from here.
Hey guys, it's Lady Public of Pelvic Gaming. I am here with Trevor of the LOWE Studios. So he's the one who made this wonderful, awesome game called Indie Pogo. It's so much fun, I highly recommend. So Trevor, tell me what was your inspiration for this game?
So basically, I'm a really big fan of Super Smash Brothers, and
Who isn't?
yeah, right. And I just wanted to make a game that was constantly in motion, hence the pogo. So characters automatically jump when they touch the ground.
I love that.
And that keeps gameplay always in motion. So
I think it's really fun. And so can you tell me about like the character design as well? Did you make them or?
So these are all characters from existing indie games. We talk to studios and just ask their permission to use their characters. We'll send them, a video or a demo and just say, hey, we'd love to implement your character into our game. Is that cool? And 9 times out of 10, they'll say yeah.
That's awesome. Like, you got the connections, you got the hookup. Oh my gosh. So like, is this game out? yet, or is it still in development?
It's still in development. We don't have a release date set. I know.
But you know what? I'd rather you just work on it, make a quality game like we played
It'll be
here.
ready when it's ready.
Exactly, you know what I mean? But I am so excited to play. Do you have like plans to go to PlayStation or Xbox at all?
Yeah, so it's made in Game Maker. The idea is that we're going to release the Steam first, and then after that go to Xbox and PlayStation.
Got you. Now, you just have a 2-man team?
2-man full-time, 2 guys kind of part-time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was like you and your brother solo. You just go in. I was like, dang.
Yeah, it's myself, I'm the artist, and then I've got a programmer who actually lives in Wisconsin. And then we have 2 part-timers doing the online mode and some quality and testing.
Got you.
Do we need to redo that?
So what would you give all the like developers are trying to be, developers trying to get their game out there? Like what advice? What's one piece of advice that you'd be like, do this? If like,
oh man.
What I've learned, don't make this mistake. Something like that.
Well, this is actually my first convention, so I don't have the advice yet.
This is your first convention?
This is my first convention.
Aww.
Yeah, so my advice to anyone starting out in the indie realm is don't go indie unless you don't like expensive things.
Fair. I feel like that's like with any hobby though.
Yeah, well, you won't make money for a long time going indie. So
fair.
So just make sure you can plan accordingly. We've been doing this for almost 2 years and the game's still not done. So
Got you. You just do what you love.
Yeah, exactly, and I do love it.
So, and we love it too. So thank you so much, Trevor. I think you did a great job.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Hugs, friendship.
Awesome. I love Indie Pogo so much. I'm gonna make its own dedicated little video. So be on the lookout. And that was my super fun time at Orlando IX. I can't believe it's only its second year and it's packing such good low-key games. I mean, just think about it, that's only in Orlando. So I definitely implore you guys that next year, in October, if you happen to be in my neck of the woods, you should definitely stop by and play some games. You'll never know what you find. Thank you for hearing me out, and as always, the top box is more of my convention videos, and if you liked any of these games I mentioned, you can find more information on them in the description below. And of course, the bottom box is my Let's Play channel. I want to play some Concourse with you guys, so again, be sure to subscribe to my Let's Play channel and follow me on Twitter for a chance to win. More contest details will be in the description box below. Mwah! I'm telling you guys, we got some real talent in Orlando. Get back in there. Perfect.